EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Chicago Bears. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Come on.
They send the tight end Davis in motion.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on the first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
60 Bison.
Rudolph now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Loose inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now Williams. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
The 15-yard line.
Here's Williams. Donovan Ezeraku. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
And this is going to be a safety as Williams is taken down to the end zone. So make it back-to-back sacks, and the second one cost him a couple of points.
And the easy thing is to put this all on the offensive line, but maybe they need to start changing their game planning and their calls. Quicker passes, running plays, especially when you're this deep in your own territory.
And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds, and that, of course, is a penalty. Now a handoff looking right. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Rudolph. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
That's good.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
down, Dallas.
Let's go. Ready, right?
Here's Rudolph off play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback. His second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw, it's Williams. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line, as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. $16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. They'll go. Here's Williams. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw is Williams. Open man here is Benson. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Throwing is Williams. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To the air, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 12.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And some room to run now. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And the Cowboy first down.
70 Timberwolves.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards there for number 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, maybe
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their effort efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Come on. Hit. 60 Eagles.
Here's Rudolph. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Panther and left. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Rudolph looking to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now it's Rudolph. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Rudolph. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
18, tied in.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Okay, break. 60. Here we go. Bronco, go.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey now for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 23, Bears 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw, Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will extend their lead even further. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, 39 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Brandon Aubrey to
So
kick
let's
off.
try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Donovan Ezeraku, his second sack of the night. Here's Williams. And he rifles one incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that is incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. He'll try and throw for it here. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Rudolph throwing quickly and completes it. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Rudolph. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco, 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
It's 4th and goal.
79 Broncos. Steady.
Again, it's Rudolph. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Arian Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Benson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good game.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Benson, 53 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19 tight.
Play action. It's Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Rudolph. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a 1st down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Hands it off out of the gun. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Rudolph now to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Pass caught right side by Loveland. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw once more, here's Williams. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing is Williams. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What is up?
Throwing again here, Williams. Pass complete to Loveland. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the air, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 4th down, here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Okay, ready?
Second down and a yard.
18. Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Near the sideline, Smith making the ground. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
13 yards. First down, Dallas.
A first carry here for Jordan James. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Cowboy Warriors 70.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7.
At the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Open man right side is Rice. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. To throw, Williams. Open man here is Benson. And they needed 2. They could only get 1 at 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Cup 19, Cup 19, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now they will throw it here with Rudolph. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Let's go. Crunch. Cougar 19.
Rudolph. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Dallas, it's a fourth win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.